Imagine if WhatsApp, Instagram, and every single social media app were permanently deleted from your phone right now. What would happen? You'd lose touch with your community, miss out on critical updates, and your entire social circle would collapse. 70,000 years ago, our ancestors faced this exact same survival crisis. The radical solution they invented changed human history forever, and that solution was gossip. According to research by Oxford evolutionary psychologist Robin Dunbar, human language didn't evolve so we could hunt better or talk about fire. It evolved so our ancestors could figure out who was untrustworthy, who was reliable, and who had their back. In short, the very foundation of human language, pure social gossip. Here is the mind-blowing scientific truth of how our voices were actually born. Physically, humans were the weakest creatures in the wild. We lacked the deadly fangs of lions and the raw speed of cheetahs. Our only weapon for survival was staying together in massive groups. But managing a large group was an engineering nightmare. Monkeys and chimpanzees maintained trust and unity through physical grooming, literally picking bugs off each other's backs. This physical touch releases bonding hormones. The problem? Physical grooming takes a massive amount of time. A chimp can only groom 20 to 50 individuals a day. If the group gets any larger, trust breaks down and the group splits. To survive apex predators, early humans needed a network of at least 150 people. But physically grooming 150 individuals was impossible. That's when humans hacked the system. Instead of grooming with their fingers, humans started grooming with their voices. We invented language. Our ancestors realized that physical grooming was a massive waste of time. But with vocal language, one person could sit by a fire and groom 10 to 15 people simultaneously just by talking to them. You could win the trust of multiple people at the exact same time. As historian Yuval Noah Harari notes in his book, Sapiens, animals have warning sounds to scream, "Look, a lion!" But human language became unique because we could say, "Look, the tribal leader is a coward. When the lion attacked yesterday, he ran away and hid. We shouldn't trust him anymore." This ability to talk behind someone's back gave humans a superpower no other animal possessed: the ability to filter who to trust and who to exile. In the prehistoric world, gossip wasn't a petty pastime. It was a high-stakes game of life and death. If you didn't know who the thief was or which hunter was a fraud, your whole tribe could starve. Gossip functioned as the crime alert and social media network of the Stone Age, keeping everyone updated on tribal politics. Psychology shows that when two people talk about a third person, their brains release oxytocin, the chemical responsible for trust and friendship. This primitive gossip network allowed human groups to shatter the 50-person limit, scaling up to 150, thousands, and eventually millions of individuals. Language gave us the unique ability to cooperate with complete strangers, based entirely on shared reputations. It is the sole reason humans were able to build the very first cities, laws, and empires. Today, we view gossip as a toxic, negative habit. But according to evolutionary science, if our ancestors hadn't sat around talking about each other, human civilization wouldn't even exist. The complex language you speak today isn't just a tool for sharing data. It is the ancient social glue that holds humanity together. It is the very trait pulled us out of the wildlife matrix, moved us into modern cities, and made us the most dominant species on Earth. So, the next time you find yourself sharing a little bit of gossip with a friend, don't feel guilty. Smile, because you are celebrating the exact genetic trait that makes us human.